So, as people are drinking or not drinking, as it were, you reach like page 29 or 30, and something catches your eye. It turns out that along with all of the boilerplate stuff, there's an organ donor release in here.
No!
Oh my goodness.
No!
Like, everything's just kind of normal until you get to this one part, and it's it's boilerplate, but it's boilerplate organ donor.
I definitely signed it.
I signed it.
I
Why
definitely
wouldn't I
signed it.
save children?
That's the one part that you feel like is a little bit out of sorts. Like, when it comes to, like, general contracts for things, like, oh, you know, all the images of your face can be used, we can use it for advertising, we own all the images, blah, 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 there are hidden cameras, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and by the way, if you should be killed, your organs will be donated.
At least they're conscientious cultists.
I must win.
Right.
Well, I mean, but, like, what if us gotten in, like, an
Do you,
accident and, like,
do you,
fell off the
do you
railing?
not let this
Why would...
trigger anything? Do you react in any way? You just go on?
No, if anyone were watching my face, they'd see it. But then I continue on.
By the time you get to page 29, nobody is watching your face because they are just irked.
Perfect.
So, after a little bit, Karlov is finally done with the document. He's on the last page. Everyone notices that he's on the last page.
Oh, anticipation.
Everyone
Reads the
looks to
final
see
words.
if you're going to sign.
Take out my pen and...
So it wasn't worth anything, really. Because he signed it anyway.
Yeah, waste of our time. We got punched, though.
Knowledge is half battle, as you say.
Yeah. What did you learn from reading that?
I learned a lot. Perhaps you should read and find out.
Well,
No, there will be no more time. Rustlin comes over and grabs your document very quickly from you after you have signed, puts it into the large envelope that he's put the other 8 contracts in there, and says, please, now that everyone has signed, if you will come with me. And he gestures towards the grand ballroom, towards the elevator.
I'll whisper to Karlov, what exactly did you learn?
At this point, Rustlin is
You just
leading
laugh
all
in my
of you
face?
towards the elevator, whereas the other 3 staffers have moved off, and they've gone to do whatever they're doing.
Karlov, come on.
Be wary, young Freddy. You might stare in the darkness, and the darkness could be real.
What does that mean?
And I'll keep walking.
What does that mean?
He's playing the game hard.
Karlov studied under the great Zen monks of South Peninsula before he became a Brasovia politician. It's like, I too can speak in Koan.
As if you look into the void, it also looks into you. I read H.P. Lovecraft too.
It's like, alright, so you get to the elevator, and it is a large elevator. You feel that you could all fit in if you wanted to, but you would have to touch each other. Like, it's big enough that all 10 of you can, like,
I have no problems.
scooch in.
As long as I'm not touching Carl, I'm in. I'm in on the door.
So first of all, Rustlin does not try to get you all on the elevator, because that is just clearly not noble or right.
This is against building codes.
Well, there are no such building codes here. But he does explain how the elevator works. It is wired up with the modern electricity. You simply push the button, and there's only one button that calls the elevator to your floor. It's just a little singular button, and it arrives. There are buttons on the inside that basically indicate which floor you're going to. You will see that there is no second floor button, because it doesn't go to the second floor, because the second floor is nothing. It also doesn't go into the basement. Like, this is the base of the elevator. It doesn't go any further down than this. As far as you can see, like, it just comes down to the ground, and it just stops here. Your rooms are on the 3rd floor. If the ladies will come with me and the gentlemen will follow, you will be able to enter your rooms. So he enters the elevator first and invites the 2 women to join him.
So is the shaft of the elevator just holes in the ground and ceiling, or is there like an actual tube?
It's basically a
Like a freight.
brass cage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kinda like
so
a
you can
freight.
see the elevator on the inside.
Okay.
And basically, it goes up to the second level, which is basically hanging in midair. And then where the staircase would otherwise, if the staircase didn't lead to a landing and was actually a floor, there would be a stop there.
Yeah.
But if you went out on that floor, you just fall the
yeah.
whole floor.
Yeah.
And then it goes through the ceiling to wherever the third
Okay.
floor is.
That elevator is gonna break at some point, and someone is gonna die by this elevator.
It's only one floor. You would have to fall really badly
There,
to die.
there are
Chekhov's
stairs
elevator.
leading between the floors.
There-
I asked Russell,
there's a
I
big
guess.
staircase leading to the second floor landing, and you presume there are stairs to the other floors, but you can't see them from where you are here, standing here in the grand
Okay,
hall.
I'll have to check that out.
I definitely want to take the elevator. Yeah.
Yeah. But at this point, it looks like if the women will enter, then the elevator will go up to the third floor, and the third floor is a long singular hallway. The elevator exits out, and you can look either way. All of your rooms are on the western side of the building. Like, it's just one long hallway, and you can tell that on the other side is basically a symmetrical set of rooms with doors that are basically identical. They look very much the same with the exception that there are not numbers on them. On the side you guys are at, there are 12 rooms with doors that all have numbers and keyholes, and on the other side, it's identical in almost every way except there are no numbers on the doors.
I whisper in Gloria's ear, "Come play with us, Gloria. Come play with us."
So, when everyone gets up to the next floor, he basically says, "Please make yourselves at home. Dinner will be at 6 p.m. Enjoy yourselves. Clean up, and we will see you at dinner." And he gets back in the elevator and goes downstairs. And you're left in the hallway.
I go to my room.
Okay,
Find my room.
when you enter your rooms, first of all, each room is roughly 400 to 500 square feet.
Whoa!
Nice.
The rooms are huge. They're
Wow.
very, very large. They all have queen-size beds with canopy tops on them. You know, the cool canopy tops that can, like, drop down on you and kill you and stuff like that. You know, sexy. Each of your room has a fireplace.
Oh gosh, dang it!
Yes.
No.
And the fireplaces are prepped for you so that should you want to light them, you may, but they are not currently lit. Each has an adjoining restroom. The bathroom has a shower and a tub. It looks like it's been doctored up to be slightly more modern, but it's made to look kind of more classic so that it's not that obvious. It's got like the whole like tube kind of like faucet system and things like that, so it looks rustic, but it's very clear that they've added piping and things like that over the years and whatnot. The other thing about the bathroom is that each restroom has a dual sink system so that someone else can like brush their teeth and like wash their face and the husband smells it. So it looks like these rooms were originally designed for couples to share at a time when this castle was like in full functionality. Each of your rooms has a armoire as well as a one of those classic tables with a big mirror that allows you to like sit at it.
A vanity.
Yeah, a vanity. It's got drawers and things like that. Also, each of your rooms is just, again, portraits. Like, some of them are more creepy than others. Like, they're pictures of people that may or may not look like they should be looking at you while you're in bed. Some of them are, like, pictures of, like, two little girls that are, like, sisters or something like that. Some of them are families. Some is, like, one old man, you know, staring off at you or what have you.
Do they have, like, some sort of description of, like, this is, like, the name off
No,
the
none of the
side?
portraits are labeled. Like, you
Not
cannot-
even
Oh
with
my
a like
God.
artist signature at all?
No. Oh, some of them have artist signatures.
Okay.
You
But-
wake up and they've all.
But none of them are like anyone that you might recognize, and like
Okay.
they aren't. None of these are like Renoirs or Monets or anything awesome
Okay.
like that.
They're like all hanging on the canopy
'Cause
around
I-
your bed.
Yeah.
They're on the wall, and it's not excessive.
I
There's
kinda
not
wanna,
like
like,
20 of
cover
them
their
in each
eyes.
room. It's like there's
And
just
then
one or
they'll
two.
wake up and they're all gonna be like peeking.
Yeah.
I look. I
Why
want to
are
see
you hiding?
what the one in mine looks like.
So in your room, you have, let's see, yours. You're in room 105. Okay, you're in room 305. All right. So yours has a portrait of a middle-aged lady sitting on a table holding a fan.
I just kind of look at it and I'm kind of like, I give kind of like a look of like, this is not like, not like a frightened look, but like a, I don't like the way that this looks.
Yeah, I mean, she's not unattractive. You if you look carefully at it, you can tell that probably when she was younger, she was probably something of a beauty. But that after having had a few kids or something like that, you feel like maybe she's like just like aged a little bit and not horribly well. But of course, this was during a time when they didn't have penicillin, so probably age was not that good to people in those days.
If you're gonna put old ladies on the wall, at least have them be milfs.
Yeah.
No.
Can I ask what paintings are in my room?
Yes. So in your room, you have the portrait of a person who looks like he used to be a general. He's in military garb of maybe corporal or colonel rank. It's an old traditional thing. He's had his helmet under his hand. He's brandishing a sword, and he's standing with one leg on top of a chair. And you can see that he's wearing like the traditional like hosiery that shows that he's like a person of rank and doesn't have to wear pants.
Living the good life.
Yeah.
The good life.
Looks like maybe he's in his mid-30s or something like that, and he's like standing alone. He's got like he's looking off, and he's clearly like trying to make it appearance of yes, I am in command here.
So there's just like one like giant, large portrait in each room.
In each room, there's like one primary portrait that matters. The others are kind of like
Bunch of
like landscapes or like a horse or a
Okay.
unicorn. or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What now I'm curious because there's all these primary
Yeah.
Yes,
portraits.
Gloria,
wanna
in
know
your
that.
room, there is a portrait of a young lady who looks a lot like you.
You mean she looks a lot like Scarjo?
Yes, in the sense that she's got your same hair color. Her facial features are very similar to yours. She's about your age, and it looks like she's basically she's depicted as sitting on a field. Like it's one of those like classic ones where like there's a farmhouse in the back, and she's kind of lounging on the grass, and she's kind of looking happily at the artist. And it looks like the sort of portrait that a lady might pose for if her lover was the portraitress. And it's like, hey, look, I'm super happy, and I'm out here, and my lover is painting me, and probably between paintings there's sex going on and that kind of thing. And you get this very sensual sense of
Totally Scarjo.
What do you want to come over this Monday and have another session?
yes. These paintings took a long time.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
just did them in one day.
Probably longer than they needed to.
See, it's hard to
You
keep
need to
that.
get the legs just right.
It's hard to keep that post-sex look for hours on end. So
Yeah.
you just
Yeah, just
constantly
keep
get into
going.
that post-sex look.
It's not like they had fluffers back in the 1600s.
You just have to keep it authentic, you know.
Who's in my room?
I bet you have the two little girls.
Oh God, I hope not. I want like the Lord lady of the house.
I really want you to have like a dog.
That'd be awesome. I love a dog.
Yeah, like a shaggy dog.
Aw.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, I love shit.
All
So
right.
as long as you're all asking, we might as well go down
Yeah,
the list.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
Knox, your room has a very, very old woman. She's like clearly like important, and she's some sort of like dowager person. She's super wrinkled and old. She's like in this dark dress. She's like that old Queen Victoria picture where she's got like the little headdress thing going, and she's sitting in what looks like a throne, and it's clearly that she's been posed specifically for this portrait, and she's looking very judgmentally out at you from the portrait.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover the portrait.
My grandma brought them.
Yes. And you
I'm-
if you wish,
I'm
you could.
going to cover the portrait.
Okay, you could
I've
pull off
seen
one of the
Cabin
sheets and
Woods.
like hang it on the portrait.
You're gonna incur the wrath of the painting.
Freddie, you have the
I
two
just don't
little
want to
girls.
feel judged.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're two little girls. They're holding hands. They're wearing little dresses. One of them.
Adorable.
Yeah.
What
one-
color are the dresses?
The
Sorry.
dresses look like at the time that they painted it, they should have been pink, but over the years they faded and they look kind of grayish.
Okay.
The two girls are holding hands with each other.
Mhm.
One of them is holding a teddy bear in her hand, and the other one is holding a Cupid doll in hers.
I scratched my head curiously. Do I recognize any of this from the Drifters?
No,
Okay.
although there was a scene in the movie where there were like two girls standing in a hallway like this,
Nice.
but they didn't have the little dolls that they were holding.
So sorry, teddy bear and what was the other one?
The Cupid doll, you know, the kind that
Oh,
has
yeah,
a
yeah.
ceramic face that
Okay.
looks like a little baby real dressed up doll, but the face is ceramic, and if you wake up in the middle of the night, you swear it's just looking at you.
Yeah.
Even though you had moved it the night before.
Nice.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I just look at it and go, nice.
The cooksy one. Okay. I want to explore the room. Is there like a dresser in the room?
Yes. So as I said, there's an armoire. There's
Yeah.
so interestingly
I
enough,
wanna look
as you
in
start to
that
notice,
stuff.
there's a couple things to know. First of all, the armoire and the dresser has all been arranged so that everything you might need. There's shampoos in here. There's lovely combs. There's like makeup and things like that. In your armoire, there are dresses. They are dresses that basically it doesn't take you long to realize that they are your size. They are like fancy gowns that basically are like in case you want to dress up for a lovely party, there's some gowns that are ready for here. And over time, you guys all notice that there are formal outfits
Oh,
that
okay.
are basically sized for you.
So it's not a coincidence.
Immediately
Yeah,
dress
only
in formal wear.
Okay, it's like yeah. So
They're all wedding
Time to
dresses.
wear some formal wear.
Do we have our regular clothes as well?
you have the clothes
Okay,
you
good.
brought, but there's clearly like clothes here because they
Yeah.
figured you guys are not going to be dressed for the occasion if there was anything.
They did have our measurements.
You also, I don't know. So Knox, are you a man of the world, or are you kind of more like from the mean streets of like Pennsylvania and that kind of thing?
Mean streets.
Okay, in that
Pretty
case,
much.
there's some aspects of the clothing you don't know what to do with. Like there's some more pieces you're going, what are these things? Like why are there hooks here and what's this for?
I try my best.
It's like
But I do want to dress formally.
okay, so you can tell like there's
I
cummerbunds
do
and
not
stuff
want to
like that.
get on Ruslin's beds.
I choose to keep the regular clothes that I'm wearing on.
Yes, you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have to.
we're good.
You don't have to dress them. You
Sharing
don't
for
want.
them now.
But these are for those people who are aware of such things. These are clearly number one. They were clearly sized for you, and number two, they are expensive. Like these are these bespoke suits. These are dresses that were made of like good silks and things like that.
Be
These
careful.
are not. These
So
are not
they're-
throwaway costume things.
They're modern dresses, or are they?
No.
They're more
dresses?
classic.
Okay.
They're modern classical. They're not like
Oh,
from
okay.
the 1600s where it looks like you're way too old.
Probably
But
like
they
the
were-
That girl in
20s.
the picture used to wear.
Yeah,
them.
they're made to look like something that you might expect if you were watching like what's that thing Leonardo DiCaprio movie
Oh,
The
the
Great
Great
Gatsby?
Gatsby.
yeah The Great
Gatsby.
Gatsby, that kind of thing, like really cool looking, very colorful, very flamboyant dress.
I
Are
totally
cool.
said Titanic.
Are there any candelabras or similar hook-like things hanging off the wall near the fireplace?
There are hooks for you to hook your clothes on, but there's not a candelabra.
I give them a light tug.
The hooks do not activate any secret passages into your thing.
Secret layer.
Sorry, just really quick. So I'm curious about these fireplaces. Where does the chimney and flue go for all of our rooms? Is there no flue or anything? It's just a general.
Goes up.
It just
It
goes,
goes
up.
up. You
And it
can-
all
Yeah.
and it all filters into one thing and then goes out, or
Probably
you can't tell.
Okay.
Do you want to climb into a chimney?
no,
You could be the first.
I'm just wondering if seeing it from outside.
to die.
I'm just wondering if seeing it from outside and seeing it now, if we can kind of put together if there's like multiple chimneys on the roof or anything like that.
So
Castles have obvious chimneys. Like you bring up the castle picture again.
yes. So if you can look at this picture, you see how there's like a ton of these like chimney like things here.
Ah,
So
okay. That's where it all comes
yeah.
out.
So you guys are all like in this one half of the castle where the building is,
Right.
and like there's various flues that go out in various places. So you could imagine that if each room has one, that at some point they all go to one thing, because there's clearly not like 16 of these things sticking out of the castle.
Gotcha.
But there are multiple ones of them, and
Okay.
you know for sure, without thinking too much, that a couple of these lead down to the kitchens where the cooking is going on.
All right.
I'm feeling a little bit bored, and I'm looking. Is there a nightstand by the bed?
Oh yes,
I checked the drawers to see if there's like some light reading.
there is the Bible.
Okay.
Really? I guess the
I
Catholic, yeah.
I kind of thumbed through it, just kind of like flipping through, like not even really looking at the words, but just kind of, you know.
So number one, it is a Catholic Bible.
Okay.
So the Apocrypha is in it. It is written in that whole old King Jamesy language, so it's got the
Okay.
whole these and thous and things like that. It's clearly old, but clearly also mass produced. So it looks like it's been here for a while, but it's not one of those classics. Oh, this is a $1,000 Bible that came with that when like monks wrote them by hand or anything like that. But it was a mass produced version of a book that was designed to look kind of like that. So like the front pages for each of the books has like a big like stylized leather, and it's got pictures of like two monks like riding a horse on it and stuff like that. But you can tell that it's kind of mass produced, but maybe probably at least 100 years ago.
Is it written in Latin?
English.
English.
Yes.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm so bored that basically I'm just gonna like prop a leg over on the bed and I just kind of flip through and casually read. Like nothing where I'm actually like kind of intaking stuff. I'm just kind of like passing the time.
Question: do we have like phones and electricity and like things like this?
Interesting you ask. Are you trying to call anyone?
Yeah, why would you try to call?
Oh,
you can call the other room.
I'm just like.
So each room has a phone. It's like an old tiny looking phone. It's got like a handset and a little like turny thing.
like
a rotary phone.
Yeah. This being modern, I have a cell phone with me.
You do.
Do I have service?
No, you do not.
No way.
I assumed so. I will turn my phone off.
Yes.
So it does not die.
There are outlets, however, that you can plug things in.
Okay, cool.
Unless, do you have like a power converter? Because there's going to be different prongs than American style outlets.
I turned it off, so I'm not gonna have to charge it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've all looked at the portraits in your rooms and have been very excited. You've been dressing up and getting ready for meals.
Covering
and
up
stuff
the
like that.
evil portraits.
So, oh yeah, that's right. You're covering.
I covered up my
the,
evil, horrible portrait.
The Grande Dame in your room.
I mean, it's less about that I think it's gonna do anything. I have a very guilty conscience. Her judgmental,
All right.
her judgmental stare eats at my core.
That's more than fair. No, that's very reasonable.
So
So
she whispers murderer. I will run.
So after
I'll
a
run
few
away.
moments, you guys hear one of the room doors opening, and this tells you two things. Number one, someone is leaving the room, and number two, boy, this castle is pretty loud. Like it's pretty obvious when things are happening in this building. Like,
I want to open my door a little bit and see who it was.
Yeah. I wanna peek
so-
out.
I want to get a feel for like how far
don't-
down the hallway I can
I
hear.
don't-
Is it the person at the very end?
I don't open the door, but I listen.
All right.
I want to listen.
How surreptitiously are you trying to do it?
I'm trying to be sneaky
All right.
I'm trying to use
because I'm
my
still not quite
I'm trying
ready to
use
go
my
down
listening.
to dinner yet. I'm not quite dressed up enough.
I'm not
Sure.
trying to be sneaky.
Make a sneak roll.
Okay, is that a skill?
Yes. So sneak base is 10%.
Bases. Oh,
So he's doing sneak.
that's
yeah.
low.
Could I do listen?
If you're just listening, yes, you can just do listen.
Okay. I succeed.
All right.
I do not.
All right. So your door opens, but you are not sneaky about it. So as soon as your door opens, you see the person in the hallway turn and look, and it's Heinrich. And he looks at you. He sees that you are clearly peeking at him, and he gives you that look of judgment, like, huh. And then he turns around and ignores you and walks down the hallway to the other side. You
This is acceptable.
can hear another door opening. So it sounds like two people about, and you hear a set of footsteps
Three or
moving
four.
away from your side of the corridor.
Okay.
Oh, what room was he in?
He was the one right next to me.
305?
Yeah, Heinrich is in 306.
306. Yeah. He's
Will's
he's-
in 305.
Yeah, he's the one right next to me. And then also, you are like, where are you at? You're.
He is at the very end of the hallway
you're
in
at
the
the
corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
301, number
Yeah.
1.
Okay. I'm just kind of like, wonder what he's up to. But I don't say that out loud. I just think it.
Heinrich is still, since you are clearly looking at him, Heinrich is still dressed exactly like he was. Like he's,
How was he dressed again?
Hein-
Like a triathlete?
no,
like
no,
like an angry man.
Like an angry German with like
He's
the
in a German-
lederhosen
No,
and,
no.
and like a...
No,
He turns
he's,
and slowly frowns.
he's just wearing slacks and a polo.
He's wearing
Wiener
a
Schnitzel.
grumpy face T-shirt.
Yeah.
So.
No, he doesn't wear t-shirts.
He has a full stein in his hand at all times.
T-shirts are pretty unserious. You guys have never seen Heinrich in a t-shirt. He basically just wears polos.
The bulge in his
Okay.
pants is undescribable.
It's Germanic.
Yes. He does seem to wear pants that accentuate that a little bit.
Like most like most good Europeans.
Yeah.
Like most triathletes.
Yes, yes, yes. He clearly has that European clothing thing where he doesn't wear baggy clothing, so it's fairly clear that he's fairly well endowed and he's not embarrassed about it. He also seems to have amazing control. You know how every once in a while people like have like uncontrollable erections? Heinrich seems to never have an uncontrolled erection.
He
Probably
seems
can't
very
get-
controlled.
He can't get enough
Calling
blood
it
flowing
functional.
around.
But yeah, after a few moments, you see Heinrich kind of disappear into the other half of the corridor, like past the elevator. Are you gonna keep looking?
I'm gonna finish getting dressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go back,
You're gonna
and you
finish
hear
the
another door
tent
closing.
being dressed?
You missed
Yeah.
Heinrich taking
which
off his
side?
skin suit.
From
Oh, yeah,
yeah, when he
yeah.
I didn't
closes the
follow
door,
him.
you
I
can
didn't
hear it.
follow him and get jumped by the monster.
Yeah, I made
that
sure
he
to
became.
put. I gave some extra to my listening skills.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, who wouldn't put extra in listening?
I mean, I put a
Me.
lot extra.
I did have some.
Can't hear shit.
Swapped it for driving cars and horses.
So after we like get finished, we're supposed to go down to dinner,
Come
right?
up.
At 6 o'clock, you're supposed to go down
Stuck
to
in a
dinner.
castle?
Actually-
So someone's gonna need
Oh.
to drive somewhere.
Sorry, one more thing. I would like to look out of my castle
Yeah, I
window
don't
and
know.
see what I can see from it.
Maybe not.
From your window, basically, you can probably tell two very important things. Number one is that the drop off from this floor is more than just 3 stories. Like, because you're kind of on a hillside, your first suspicion is, hey, if I jump out this window, I'll probably fall like 5 stories at least to like where the trees are down below.
All right.
Number 2, this is a fairly overgrown area. You're pretty suspicious that if you were not careful and you fell out this window, you'd probably be impaled on a tree branch. On the other hand, if you were a capuchin monkey, you could probably like escape and like just escape into the forest canopy if you wanted to.
I'm not a monkey, so I'll stay away from that window.
Probably do it.
Are you like opening the window and looking out?
No.
Okay.
No.
I've got dodge.
But the windows do open too. All right.
They look like they could open.
Climb.
haven't
I've
tried.
got 60
I will
in
test it
time.
slightly to see if it will.
The window will open for you.
Okay.
In fact, as you open it, you can see that like all buildings of this age and time, there's a significant ledge, and you suspect that you could probably get out onto the ledge and go over to the rooms next to you.
Nope.
And others could also come to your room if they wish.
I locked the window.
You also notice that, as with most buildings like this, the glass is not super good high-tempered glass. This is the kind of glass that if you lean on it too much, it might just break.
Great.
Not good insulation.
Glass made of sugar.
Dude, let me in. I'm a fairy.
And they're very squeaky. Like, you felt like if you opened the window much more, it would make a noise and people could hear you opening the window.